Ladies and gentlemen, friends, welcome. Throughout recorded history, humans have clung to one another for support, for strength, for warmth. Alliances are made, families formed, villages built. When the combination is right, wonders are created, monuments arise, magic is born. Think of the great duos of the past, Adam and Eve, Quixote and Panzer, Holmes and Watson, Cassidy and Sundance, Bonnie and Clyde. It gives me great pleasure to introduce another such duo, a pair who has fought wave and wind, poverty and pestilence, temptation and time herself, all for the sake of poetry, all for the sake of song. You have come to the right place. The wait is over. The show is about to begin. So clear your minds, prepare your hearts, and please put your hands together for the Sons of Town Hall.
Love a creaky floor.
Open up your
We are the Sons of Town Hall. If you don't know by now, we travel from show to show on a raft that we've built with our own bare hands. And it was good coming up the Connecticut today. It was a little bit of a struggle because the ice flowing down from the north was quite tough to deal with. But my friend here is very good with ice. This is Josiah Chester Jones, everyone.
Thank you for being here. A lot of people look at us, and before we've done much, they already have a long list of questions.
Why, they ask, why?
And we found that we were losing time answering them, and so we wrote a short song that gives you some of our backstories. If at the end of that you have any other questions, just please direct them to Freebo downstairs. We're going to encourage you to sing along a lot. We heard you singing earlier, and you sounded no, you sounded great. I'll cue you on words sometimes, but not always. Don't let that hold you back. Just dive in wherever you feel inspired, but whatever you're singing is fine. Fighting for, but I never agreed with what he believed. I crossed the ocean as a stowaway. You know the sea don't listen to the prayers you pray. I was knuckle and bone when I washed ashore.
I'm the son of a butcher man. The blood ran thick through both my father's hands. I was always afraid when the world was through. Mama said you better find your way. I wish I could, but I can't keep you safe. There were tears in her eyes, I didn't cry. I said blow, wild winds blow. Lord, you know I've been sinking low. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, wild winds blow me far from home.
I kicked around for a year or two. You know, trouble slips through every crack in you. If I had more to lose, well, that too would be gone.
I was running from the past, I know. I worked so hard, but I had nothing to show. Something needed to give, I just couldn't go on. I said blow, wild winds blow. Lord, you know I've been sinking low. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, wild winds blow me far from home.
Then one night there was a change of fate. The old Star Pub by the dockside gate. It's strange who you'll meet when you need it the most. Looking back, it's where it all began. We crossed the ocean for another land, and we heard a song through the salt and stars. It may blow, wild winds blow, wild winds blow. Lord, you know, Lord, you know, I've been sinking low, I've been sinking low. Wherever I wander, wherever I wander, wherever I roam, wherever I roam, wild winds blow, wild winds blow me far from home. Wild winds blow me far from home. Wild winds blow me far from home. Thank you. Very exciting thing happened today. We, for the first time ever, we've been trying very hard to procure a sponsor, some sort of patron that would help us. Clearly, we don't make money doing this, and we knocked on a lot of doors.
A lot of doors.
A lot of doors.
All the obvious: undertakers,
haberdashers,
barbers,
distillers, mustache waxers. Finally, though, we found a product and a man who was going to put his money behind us, and it means that we don't have to charge people now for tickets. I know many of you paid, but from now on, we're not going to have to charge, and that feels great. The only thing we are required to do is to play a little brief spot for the ad in every show, and so if you'll indulge us and listen and then perhaps purchase some of the product at the dry goods stall downstairs afterwards, that would be wonderful. Please.
Barney's Epsom salts. Got the gout, feeling constipated, itching all over, boils and sores. Well, worry no more. Get a sack of Barney's Epsom salt today and soak your suffering away. Ask for it by name at your local apothecary. Barney's Epsom salt, your soothing solution. Get Barney's today. Soak your suffering away. Barney's Epsom, Barney's Epsom, Barney's Epsom salts.
Thank you, Ernie.
Well, I don't know if we'll make it through the cold months. The wood is gone, the ground is frozen. Any cruel, half-fasted God can turn his back on the eve of the harvest. Hear the heavens crack. Oh, hear me, Saint Jerome, help me understand. Oh, help me, Saint Jerome, be a better man. When I left old London town, my hands were clean, my pockets full, and the path was shiny. Oh, but who's to judge a man on days like these? Desperate times call for desperate needs. Oh, hear me, Saint Jerome, help me understand. Oh, help me, Saint Jerome, be a better man. don't take away the thorn from the lion's paw. See what you find there at the break of dawn. There's a beast of love that lurks inside us all. Push me down too long, gonna tear down the walls. Oh, hear me, Saint Jerome, help me understand. Oh, help me, Saint Jerome, be a better man. Oh, come back, Saint Jerome, help me understand. Oh, heal me, Saint Jerome, make me a better man. Make me a better man. Make me a better man.
We get a lot of questions about how we built our boat, and it's not funny. And what exactly we used to build the boat, and it was a really quite eclectic mix of ingredients. So we decided to write a song that listed some of the main ingredients we felt were really important to boat building.
A lot of times we do shows, we play 2 acts, and people were asking George, they never really asked me, but they wanted would ask
Mostly
George,
the women.
would ask George if they could see the boat, if he could take them on a
They'd
little
say
tour.
to me in the interval, George, can you show me it?
I found myself doing a lot of the second act, a solo. And so in the interest of camaraderie and the band staying together, we have this short song that and a lot of people take notes if you... things are going to come fast once we tell you the materials, and we don't want you to...
This is how we build it. It's how we build a boat. This is how we build it. This is how we build it. It's how we build a boat. 2 pounds, half penny nails. This is a broken old barn door, a hatchet and some hope. This is 10 feet of cedar board, a needle and a thread, 12 shackles and a dream. Oh, to build a boat to cross the ocean, my love, a boat to sail across the sea. With our hands, our hearts, our minds together, my love, we'll cut the lines that bind us. Baby, we'll break free this time. This is how we build it. This is how we build it. It's how we build a boat. This is how 40 work days straight. This is a hacksaw and some wax, a coil of rope and faith.
8 yards of linen cloth.
This a
is how
6-foot
big.
pine box, a
how
song and a flask to
beautiful.
share. Oh, to build a boat to cross the ocean, my love, a boat to sail across the sea. With our hands, our hearts, our minds together, my love, we'll cut the lines that bind us. Baby, we'll break free this time. Baby, we'll break free this time. Oh, 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 to cross the ocean. Oh, to build a boat to cross the sea. To build a boat to cross the ocean, my love, a boat to sail across the sea. With our hands, our hearts, our minds together, my love, we'll cut the lines that bind us. Baby, we'll break free this time. We'll cut the lines that bind us. Baby, we'll break free this time. Baby, we'll break free this time. Just like a blind man, I wandered alone. Worries and fears I claim for my own. Then like a blind man, God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Everybody, I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Thank you.
We don't get much work outside of singing and playing, which is a shame because we don't earn much money doing that either. But obviously, as I sang in the biographical second tune, I have a history of butchery in my family.
Talks about this.
You may laugh,
every
but
night.
madam, you should see me bone out a leg of beef. And that isn't a euphemism. So it was natural for us as we sailed down the great Rhine River in Germany that we would stop at the meat capital of Germany, which was, of course, Dusseldorf. And we'd heard a lot about Max Schlosser and his wonderful sausage factory and shop. They know it. Naturally, I thought my friend and I would go along, we could speak to Max about getting some work, possibly in the shop, working out front, charming the ladies of Dusseldorf, selling them their meat, keeping everyone happy with our incredible good looks, a couple of great guys in their late 20s. All made sense to us.
This was a gleaming shop. I mean, if you had seen it front of house, it was the kind of place. It smelled like cinnamon. You know, it was like the kind of place. If you dropped a couple of slices of bologna, you don't hesitate picking them up and just putting them right into the mouth of your child. I mean, really clean, well-kept shop.
It's very common for them to sell bologna in a delicatessen in Germany. Unfortunately, Max said, boys, we haven't got much room for you out front in the shop, but you can work with Olga in the main factory out back. And he pointed towards a rusty door, which was very out of character for the rest of the shop. And the rusty door, he said, it just started to creak open. First of all, it was the smell that hit us.
Urine,
Vomit,
rot,
feces,
sweat.
real pungent mix, just smacking you around the face.
Terrible. And then the sound just overwhelmed you, like men crying,
Screaming,
falling, men
crunching bones.
men giving up. The sound of men giving up.
We got put onto the production line, and it was very clear to us after about 3 or 4 hard hours of working the sausage, a man needs some relief. And we thought, what better relief to give these poor souls than a song to sing? To rouse their spirits, take them out of the darkness of their day of blood and bone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's enough intro.
Is that enough?
I think so.
As I said, it's in my blood, and bone is in my blood, so it's...
We would like you to sing it with us, of course, and we want you to do your best German factory worker voice. Do we need to teach it to them, or?
I think they're ready.
Yeah, you're ready, okay. They also made chorizo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the sausage song.
From blood and bone is the sausage we make, a burst of joy in every taste, a blend of spice and love, of course, made just for you in Dusseldorf. La 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 la. Stand up in the house. La 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 la. We chop and grind, shape and squeeze, the best blood verse guaranteed. And when we're through and the whistle blows, we sing our songs and the alt beer flows. Here we go! La, 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 la. La, 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 la. And all we need to make life complete, beyond our songs and our cased ground meat, is to share our lives with a sweet Fraulein beside the rolling banks of the mighty Rhine. La, 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 la. Let's hear you. La, 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 la. Just you, come on. La, 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 woo! La, la, la. You're so German right now. La, 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 la,
Thank you so much. Now, we have a super fan who's turned into almost an archivist of these stories that we tell. And he came to me. I didn't share this with Josiah because he can be a bit funny about anything that might actually be successful. So he came to me and he said, "Look, I want to tell your stories episodically in a kind of radio theatre fashion, complete with creaky floors." He said, "There's a thing called a podcast now." He said it's a format that everyone is talking about. I don't even have the flyers. I was supposed to have flyers. This is terrible. So we now have 6 episodes of a podcast called Mad Men Cross the Water, which is Elias B. Worthington, our superfan, telling the story of us. No holds barred.
I was like you. I didn't want to listen for a while, and I was against it, and George would talk about it once in a while. I don't know if you're going to find it, but this is what happens when they ask him to show him the boat. But then I heard one, and it's incredible. It makes me particularly look really good, and so I'd like you to listen. And look, here it is. He's got a few. So if you follow us, what is that? What they do, George? Do they?
They can follow us. It's anywhere where you listen to your podcasts.
It's free.
It's free, so that's always good.
And if you show us, like we have a dry goods stall where we sell Ernie's Epsom salts downstairs, and if you show us that you've followed the series, we'll give you a free tattoo. It's an actual. I have a set of needles, and we'll tattoo. No, we also have a postcard. We'll give you something free. So you just show us that you follow it, because what it makes me happy is the idea that if people start listening, we actually don't have to work anymore. We don't have to come around because people can just listen to ours, and it's full of music as well. And so, Mad Men Cross the Water.
We had the fortune of running with Ernest Shackleton back in the day.
See, this is one of the stories that will be told later in the podcast.
Yeah.
But we bumped up with Ernie when he was trying to fund his dream, his half-brain dream of going to the bottom of the earth. And of course, you remember England was trying to fund the war at that time, so they're not going to give coppers his way. And what he needed desperately were a couple of people like us who believed both in his vision and understood marketing. And so we wrote him a song that, you know where this is going because it's why most of you are here. This is the anthem Antarctica that of course caught on. It got him his money. It became the biggest hit in England for years.
Sold more than Queen and Pink Floyd. It's not funny.
We'd like to recreate what was going on in the streets back then when people heard the song, which is, again, everyone was up on their feet. Thank you, sir. And you know, I probably don't have to remind you, but the refrain, the lyric is Antarctica, it's who we are. Barry, if we can just get the theater if you can open a few windows, please, just to get some of the
cold wind
air in.
Give these people a real feel for what it was like out there.
And let me just say that, you know, we are going to do a small handful of songs after this, but a lot of people often leave after this one. So please, you know, I know you came for it, but...
It's who we are.
Come on, you don't even need us. Let's hear it.
Antarctica.
There it
is. It's who we are. Feel free to do some high stuff as well. Antarctica. Nice harmonies, guys.
Sway a bit with the waves.
Antarctica. flowing ice, come howling wind. No man, no beast can turn us round. No ghost, no God can stop us now. Nothing will break the bonds we've made. I'll give my heart, my strength, my soul to stand upon the last unknown. We're not afraid of anything. Come flowing ice, come howling wind. No man, no beast can turn us round. No ghost, no God can stop us now. La 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 la, la 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 la. It's who we are. Antarctica is who we are. One of the more interesting jobs we had was we pulled into the great voodoo swamp city of New Orleans and found ourselves joining the circus. I know what you're thinking, a couple of strong men. Makes sense to you looking at our physiques that that's what we'd be doing. Unfortunately, we spent more time behind the elephants with a shovel in our hands. But while shoveling that disgusting mess, we could watch Ella, the trapeze artist, while she practiced, spinning light through the air as she twirled and twisted.
She was an incredible sight. Maybe you remember her. She was short. She was probably
like 4'2".
But she was perfectly formed. She wore purple fishnets that revealed more than they concealed. And we would watch her as she would fly from hoop to hoop, from rope to rope, and she flew like a bird. Sometimes she'd get dangerously close to the ground, and then she'd alight. And we loved her. And I think she loved us. It was like a 3-ring circus love triangle.
But in the wings loomed a dark figure. Mario, the ringmaster. He had some kind of emotional hold over Ella. When they were in a room together, she dimmed down and her bright light quietened. It was so horrible to see. Mario was a quite ridiculous looking figure. He stood nearly 7 foot tall. He wore a top hat, had a silly moustache, and wore striped trousers. Josiah really took to this look and adopted it for his own.
He didn't look like that.
But what we couldn't turn our backs on, despite this incredible sight of a man, was just how dark and nasty he seemed. He was an incredible showman.
We don't need. This is in the pod. This is episode 4 and
4
and 5. It's a double episode.
Right,
Just stop.
save me going on.
It doesn't end well. It's enough.
New Orleans, you broke my heart. New Orleans, you took my girl. New Orleans. New Orleans, you broke my heart. New Orleans, you took my girl. New Orleans. New Orleans.
Close all of the schools, 'cause the circus is coming to town. The tent stakes are deep in the ground for the band and the clowns. She was short but so perfectly formed, freckled cheeks and sweet marigold hair, spinning light as she twirled through the air. You should have seen her up there. New Orleans, open your shutters and doors, please come out on the balconies. Wide-eyed mystery for 3 nights only. We ran through the wet southern air, under oaks with their moss beards above. Could this be the life that we dreamed of? 3 rings for our love. Then she fell and I knew I had lost, and she danced straight into your arms. Oh, you devil, with all of your charms, please keep her from harm. Oh, how you bury your dead, high above, not 6 feet in the ground. When the rains come, Lord, how they pound. It's the saddest of sounds. New Orleans, open your shutters and doors, please come out on the balconies. Wide-eyed mystery for 3 nights only. New Orleans, open your shutters and doors, please come out on the balconies. Come and join me for 3 nights only. Come and join me for 3 nights only.
New Orleans, you broke my heart. New Orleans, you took my girl. New Orleans, you broke my heart. New Orleans, you took my world.
I
Thank you. It's so great to be back in Putney, Vermont. We of course discovered this land by another vessel called Red Heart the Ticker that had been moving up the Connecticut with us, and we just fell in love with it then, and we're just so happy to have finally gotten to be back. Thank you to the good people of Next Stage Arts and Alison Freebo, of course. Yeah. We go next to Gardner, Maine, which is on the water, and that's why we booked the show. And then we kind of looked at the map of where we were here in the mountains, and to be honest, we're a little bit concerned we may not make it on Sunday to Gardner. So keep your eyes out in the local newspapers. We may have another show here. After Gardner, we play in North Adams, Massachusetts, which is just, that's an easy sail back down. It's the Gardner one is the one we might bag out on. And then we play in Natick, Massachusetts, which is...
Yeah. Did you say, oh God, or yes? Brilliant.
Are you concerned about the population that we might encounter in Natick, or the route to get there? We're not worried about the people we'll find. We only care about the navigation. You're concerned about... Yeah, a lot of portage? Did you say a lot of portaging required?
Excuse me, Joe. You didn't tell me about this Q&A part of the show.
You left, and we had a moment. Listen, but what I was trying to say is we like you so much, and when we come to places that we like, we do something we don't do and we may not do in Natick, which is that we ask that you put your names in our books so that we can remember you, and so what we'll do is. We have a few here. If you can just put your names and some form of contact, ideally a land address, and if there's an open door in the back. Yeah. If you have work that needs to get done, put that in too. And then most importantly, if you'll just draw a simple sketch of your face, please.
Really, it just helps us when we're coming through the mist and we see you again. We have like some kind of reference. These are our Facebooks. We're also on the modern version of your Facebook, and we get up to all kinds of crazy things in there, nude wrestling, mud baths, all kinds of stuff. Well worth checking out. And also on Instagram, for many years we heard of this man called Mr. St. Graham, who had a picture of everyone in the world in his pocket, and then it turned out it wasn't Ian St. Graham, it was Instagram. So we are also on that, so please follow us. If you can prove to us that you follow us down on the merch store, we'll give you something special.
We're also we're planning on doing just a few more songs, but we would also like to. I know we've just sort of said hello and thank you for being here, but we're also going to say goodbye now because lately we haven't quite been able to finish shows entirely. Sometimes we leave before our intended departure time. Sometimes someone has entered the room that doesn't. Is here to collect something from us, or
Could be like the father of a daughter.
Occasionally the daughter of a father. That's sometimes even worse. Sheriff, that sort of thing. And we often leave out the back, French exit. And if that happens, thank you again so much. We're the Sons of Town Hall.
Thanks for having us. 7 days of running, the sheriff, he's a coming. No matter what I do, something always seems to go wrong. I've been sleeping by the roadside, I've been hiding when the light shines. Gotta cross the borderline well before the break of dawn. Then suddenly you're all I see, and I don't wanna run no more. My desert queen, with you I'm free, even if they catch me.
fire to the frying pan, between some loving and a low man. Every time I leave, temptation always pulls me back down. So I'm giving up the game now. I'm gonna get back to you somehow. They can lock me in a cell, but they can't lock you out of my heart. Then suddenly you're all I see, and I don't wanna run no more. My desert queen, with you I'm free, even if they catch me, 'cause you're my one and only, even if they catch me.
I know some of you are thinking these guys probably have a great time out there on the water all the time, but a lot of times we do. But there's also a lot of darker, hard days, storms, political unrest. And a lot of times we find ourselves thinking about mutiny.
It's kind of weird when there's only two of you.
When the captain is half gone, only rage in his dark eyes is only rage. Tell me, what are we fighting for? It's hard to see where the hope is gone. It's hard to see. Mutiny. For you and me. Mutiny. Got a child on the way. What a world we're handing her. What a world. 'Cause when I look up at the stars, this couldn't be all there is. It couldn't be. Mutiny. For you and me. Mutiny. Captain, turn this boat around. We didn't know how hard it was. We didn't know. There's nothing left to win in victory without you near. In victory Thank you so much. This is going to be our last song. As mentioned a couple times, we have a dry goods stall down there in the lobby, and just so that you know what is on there other than Ernie's salts, if you are interested, we have a couple of cures.
There's a good one for drunkardness as well.
Sobriety cures. We have salves. We have things we've brought from various parts of the world. If you've had trouble with the healthcare in this country, we have things that might help. And then we have some music. We've got 2 albums on vinyl tonight. One that isn't actually even released yet. It's called Of Ghosts and Gods, and it is right here. It has the song we just played. It has a lot of what we've been playing tonight, including, of course, Antarctica. And then we also have our debut album, which is something people like, not necessarily for the music, but for the pictures on the front. People get a number of them often, and they frame them and put them beside their beds on the walls. They send them around. Some people use it as a holiday card. But that's a record we're very proud of as well, and a couple of handsome guys in their late 20s right there on the cover. And then, of course, we have those on CDs as well. And then finally, something if you like, I like them, I want to support them, because clearly they're not doing so well, but I don't care so much for their music. We have the Sons of Town Hall tea towel. I know in America, people don't use tea towels as much as they do on the other side, but what they do here is they buy sets of 16 and they make quilts. Perfect thing for Putney, Vermont to think about tonight. Yeah. So while you're thinking about that, we're going to play you a song from our first record. It's a song of love. It's a song of connection. It's a song about what stays the same even when it feels like everything is changing. And it's called The Line Between. Thank you so much for being here and listening and coming out on a cold wintry night. Spring is coming soon. He was in the wash tub and then he went to war. Hard to know how that could be. She was in the footlights, then crawling across the floor. I've been trying to trace the line between sky and ground, her and him, then and now, you and me. One day in the meadow, you looked up at the sky, thought you heard an eagle scream. You were in your red dress, it must have been July. I pulled you close to me. Out of all the questions, the hardest one is why, so we don't even ask. Just close your mouth and kiss me, and time will pass by, and you and I will last. Through thick and thin, from dawn to dusk, losing wind, you and me. If you clap, Josiah will do a really nice dance for you. Come on. There's plenty of space.
and war, green and gold, you and me. From dawn to dusk, sky and sea, the land between you and me, the land between you and me.
Georgie, this is Brown. Yeah, thank you again. A couple other people we wanted to acknowledge are our webmaster and general master of most things, Mr. Reginald Martell.
Wyatt up there on the sound, thank you very much for making us sound sweet and beautiful.
And of course, our host, Deb Holloway, who we wouldn't be here without as well. We actually decided to stay with her before we even booked the show, and we were just fortunate enough to get a concert while we're here. But so thank you.
This is a song about wishing you were with someone that you're not with. It's kind of how we're going to feel when we leave here. We're going to wish we were still with you.
This song you would know if you listened to episode 3. That it was taught to us by a man named Carl. That's Carl with a K.
He was 86. We met him in a hayloft on a squash farm in Oklahoma. He had 3 teeth, a banjo and a shotgun.
It's called In My Arms Once More. Of course, we are going to ask you to sing it with us. You're going to sing Oh to Hold You in My Arms Once More.
Santa Fe, I'm gonna lay my trowel and troubles down. Oh, the west pulls me away. Broken promise, broken bottles piled up on the floor. Oh, to hold you in my arms once more. I don't need your wages, man. I don't need your worried mind. All I need's the open road and my banjo. I'll be fine. Broken promise, broken bottles piled up on the floor. Oh, to hold you in my arms once
and we'll pass the whiskey round the fire until the morning comes. Broken promise, broken bottles piled up on the floor. I'm not the kind of man who stays behind an open door. Oh, to hold you in my arms. Oh, to hold you in my arms. Oh, to hold you in my arms once more.
I don't know how to shut it off.